Question was zucchinis. How do I get them to be crisp? Well, you've made a very large assumption that I have crispy zucchini pickles here. Yes, so these are a little bit mushy, but there's some firmness there. So the answer is time, right? And not the herb time, but just a shorter length of fermentation. So zucchini might be something that you're literally only going to do 3 or 4 days or 5 days. Cucumbers is another one. There's all kinds of tricks about, take your cucumbers, put them in a cold ice bath before you ferment them. Obviously, get them as fresh as you can. And then it's about the time. Now, typically cucumber pickles, and actually I should mention too, with cucumbers, it's also about the variety. So you want pickling cukes. Now, I gave you a recipe of a relish that we'll talk about that uses literally any kind of cucumber. It could be baby cucumbers, could be, like the mini cukes, the English longs. Generally, those are much higher water content, and they don't have as strong of a structure to them as the pickling cukes. So you really want pickling cukes if you want that classic cucumber. That's going to make all the difference. And then it's time as well. So not going too long on the ferment. And then another thing, yeah, it is. It's just texture. So I'll kind of shift from zucchinis and I'll bring the conversation around to cucumber pickles. Now, it's the pickling cukes that are the best, that you can get that firmness, and there's bay leaves, there's oak leaves, there's black currant leaves, raspberry leaves, grape leaves, things that have tannins, right, to help keep that crispiness to the pickle. So that can play an influence. But if you do happen to get a mushy batch and you're like, I don't really love the texture of eating this, you can turn it into a relish, right? So that's one method, is you can take these cucumbers or zucchinis and then chop it up, right? Don't try and make it something that it's not. Like, oh, I want a nice crispy pickle, chop it up, turn it into more of like a relish, a chutney, a sauce even, in your recipe book, which we probably won't get into every single recipe, seeing how the time is flying. You can puree this. So I have made, and we have made here at the shop, we've made hot sauce, and we've made ketchups, and we've made relishes and other things too, from fermented vegetables. So now you think, well, ketchup, right? Well, that's tomatoes. Well, not, this isn't. This is actually pickled beets. It's fermented beets that we pureed and we flavored as a ketchup. This hot sauce is not just peppers, but it's actually pickled carrots as the base. So you puree it. You can take, we also did one where the puree was the base of pickled zucchini, right? Super soft, a total mush, blend it up with some pickled peppers, add the heat, add the spice. This is a honey, a garlic one. So, nothing, if it's just the texture that's off, there's still more you can do with it.